Hello everybody, Hypermariosunshine here, and welcome to my long-awaited review of Super Mario RPG, the remake of the classic Super Nintendo game back from 1996, and has been remade with hugely updated graphics, and boy do I have a lot to say about this game. Now, when this game was initially revealed in June of 2023, when summer started, and everybody was very anticipated the upcoming Nintendo Direct, and Pioro hinted that this game was going to get a remake. And of course, some people bought it, some people didn't buy it, but some people just kept it in the back of their mind. And eventually, it was revealed, and everybody was completely stunned, including myself. If you guys saw my reaction to that, I was gonna say E3 for a second, but if you guys saw my reaction to that in a Direct. I was absolutely stunned, especially with how it looked, and I was really excited. It was coming out this year, and now that it's here, it's been out for a week. What are my thoughts on it? And I'm gonna show you what I played so far and my overall thoughts. The game really decided to keep true to its previous look. It didn't decide to change any gameplay aspects aside for adding a couple things, but it kept everything as if it's the original, with a lot of quality of life changes, updated graphics, music that has gone absolutely crazy because they got everybody's favorite Mario RPG and Kingdom Hearts composer, Yoko Shimura, and yeah, she did an absolutely terrific job on this. And honestly, when this game, this is one of my most hyped games of this year, and it's a remake, by the way. I'm not really, remakes aren't in my top echelon most of the time of remakes. And this one absolutely blew my mind when I first saw it, and now that it's out, there's a lot I have to say about it, a lot that I absolutely adored about it too. Every character that I loved is here, and all the enemies too look absolutely stunning in this updated visual. Everybody from Mallow, Gino, Mario himself, Peach, Bowser, all the Smithy gang, several bosses and whatnot, enemies, they all look really good and kept true to their original looks, just with a very, very cool updated graphics look. And this game looks absolutely amazing. There's some absolutely visual, beautiful places throughout the game. Star Road I could give as one big example. The volcano is also another. Also, the forest maze is also really pretty in some areas. As you can see by going through the menu here, there's some really pretty looking places. There's some awesome updates to everything, and you kind of clearly see a lot more of the enemies. But yeah, everything's been updated. Everything has honestly been very, very, these people were fans of the game. I could kind of tell that these people absolutely loved Mario RPG, entire genre of Mario RPGs. From obviously this game, Paper Mario, and Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, and all the other Mario and Luigi games, because this game inspired a lot of the Mario and Luigi and Paper Mario games. And it's honestly great that this game finally gets a chance to be introduced to a whole new audience and be loved and adored for a whole new generation and a previous generation as well, because I know a lot of people who really wanted this game to come out, and a lot of people who wanted to see these characters return and see that Nintendo fixes their relationship with Square, and they indeed did. So, yeah, what are going to be my thoughts about the game? And yeah, it's a lot. It's been, if you guys don't remember, I Let's Played this game about 2-3 years ago. I might be wrong, but I did Let's Play it. And if you guys remember that Let's Play, it was one of my favorite Let's Plays, even though not a lot of people checked it out, but if I do highly recommend it. But yeah, I'm going to be talking about a few of the things. This game is basically, honestly, better than it has ever been. The visuals, again, updated, and they look absolutely brilliant. I know there are a couple people, a very, very like small minority of people who did not like Mario's look, but everybody else's looked fine. I honestly think Mario looks amazing, and it's just cute. Like, it's like when people were like complaining about Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Like, this game's the opposite of Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl in terms of what it did right. Because this game did a lot of things right, in my opinion, and I just gotta say, wow, they really did well with a lot of the stuff that they were given. And I thought that this game would never come back, and now that it's here, I'm wondering if this game could get a sequel of sorts. But yeah, it's got me wondering a lot of things now that it's come out. And again, there's a lot I have to say about it. Obviously, the gameplay actually feels even better with a control stick. Now, I've mostly played the game with, like, GameCube controller back then. But even though, like, I don't know, it just felt a little bit off. I guess that might be, like, the controller of the SNES at that time, like, trying to, like, map it similarly. But also, the fact that this game kind of fixed some of the weird 2D to 3D stuff, because now you can actually see, like, what's 3D. Like, it doesn't give off that illusion that it's 3D. Even though it technically is, but you know what I mean. But, yeah, also, compared to the original, the game has given some quality of life changes. So if you're a beginner to RPGs in general, this game decided to give a nice little like breezy mode, which basically helps out with beginners. I think this game is pretty easy overall. There is obviously a very hard super boss fight later on that is very much worth mentioning, and that is Culex. I haven't gone to that personally in this file yet. I still need to do that. But yeah, the game has also updated a lot of other quality of life changes. Obviously, like while it has like a quick menu to the items that you could select from to heal yourself in the overworld, it also has a couple of other things as well that are added, such as you could fast travel with the map, which is really, really useful because a lot of people, if they need to travel to one place to another, you have to go through the whole overworld and go from one part to another, and be pretty difficult and kind of a tedious at times. But now you can just fast travel, and it's really, really useful, really, really nice. They also added the journal, which honestly gives a lot more character to each enemy that you see. Not only that, but yeah, it keeps like all the animations. It shows you each enemy, where they're from, where you could see them. It's kind of like a catalog from Paper Mario in a way. They also added the scrapbook, which I think is very, very cool. It gives you a look back at your previous stuff on your journey, and even sorry, I got a little sniffle there. Even has little tidbits from Mallow and Gino, characters that barely got a lot of dialogue, more so Gino. But it gives them even more of a personality in these things because they get to have a little bit more dialogue. And these characters are honestly so cool. I every time I've shilled about Mallow and Gino, I honestly mean it. They absolutely deserve to be talked about, and they're incredible characters. But yeah, I really like this new edition. It really adds a lot to the characters that weren't as utilized or were like newly introduced. I also, again, I really like how they kept some of the stuff like the a lot of the Easter eggs. Obviously, some of the dialogue was changed. I know it's like they did keep the original English stuff, but like some of the stuff like the Bruce Lee line in the original is gone. Well, just the Bruce Lee part, but it still has "Why are you going in there, fist flying?" It's still kept relatively the same. And yeah, just a lot of cool stuff. You also have the quick system, and obviously the help if you just need to brush up. And also, prior to me learning all the moves, it actually shows you what level you're going to learn everything, and like even shows how much power each move has. So yeah, it's pretty cool to see all this. And also has everything ready. You get to see how much flower points you have, how many frog coins. So it has everything nice and neat and compact. And yeah, I know some people did complain about the UI not looking as cool, like, initially when the trailer first came out. But I honestly grown to like it quite a bit. It looks very organized, and it also still keeps a lot of life, especially, like, the renders here. It still looks really cool overall. So, I'm not too much of a complainer on that. So, yeah, what about the gameplay itself that has changed? Not much, honestly. It's still a very good Mario RPG. I'm pretty sure if you're a fan of the series in general, I'm pretty sure you are going to like this. But, yeah, there's a whole lot of new things to talk about that personally have not gotten to yet. Oh, I just got that. Wow. I was trying to go after that the past few times. Anyways, also, now that we are over here, I'm going to go show off some more gameplay aspects, that being the map. So yeah, it's updated itself visually again. If you can load. The one problem is the load times, but yeah, the map still looks ever lively as ever. Even has added some stuff, like if you go to certain areas, you get to see some enemies pop up. As we saw there was a creeper there. Yeah, it shows like even more life to the world. You can actually see the mole kid over there near Moleville. You could also go to nearby where the forest mazes and little birds pop up. And even the tadpoles in Tadpole Pond even show up as well. So yeah, I really like the attention to detail to everything. And yeah, they even kept Princess Peach's castle the same colors too. Like, wow, they really kept this. And some other stuff that they added, go to the most infamous place in the game, is also going to the settings menu. They added some changes. Obviously, the battle controls, skipping the targeting. Default, you could either keep it like the original, have walk, and you hold like a button to run. You could also change the difficulty, and then you could actually switch between NES and SNES. But not NES. Super Nintendo and the modern version, which is really cool if you really want to listen to the original tracks. Finally, as for the gameplay itself, it's as good as ever. I think it's honestly even gotten pretty crazy, especially with the new addition of the splash damage. As you can see there, if you perfectly time something, it creates a splash of AoE, and you get extra damage off of that. And one little complaint I do have, but it's not like anything too major, is that I think this thing has gotten way easier. The lucky bonus minigame. But yeah, the gameplay has been kept relatively the same. It also makes the special text a lot more clear to do. Or like how well you did. Because sometimes you feel like you did better other times, but some other times maybe you felt off. Like, I'll show here, for example. Let's go to Booster Pass. Oh. So that would be going to a different entry. But, yeah, going to show this next part. Oh, wow. Oh, that's kind of like the Tattle thing, to fill up your Tattle log, in a way. Instead, it's like the Thought Peak log, in a way. But, let's actually test show it here. But yeah, now you have, can I please? There's some new additions, but yeah, there's also the new special enemy, which is basically a much more powerful version of the enemy that you can get bonus stuff from, including frog coins. But yeah, now you can actually know what you're doing. Like, for example, let's use the Super Fireball. And it actually shows like a little meter this time instead of there not being one. So it gives like a little bit of sense of completion and satisfaction. Same goes for stuff like Sleepy Time, where you rotate the control stick, which is honestly really much easier than, a D-pad or like the original controls. And yeah, it made the Thought Peak log, like the Thought Peaks are actually pretty cool. And the game also introduced us to triple moves, so yeah, this is not in the original. But yeah, triple moves are brand new, and they even changed the dialogue for the fight in the forest maze against Boyer. And yeah, it even shows us how to do them. And it's really cool. I really love the cutscenes in this game. They honestly look really cool. And yeah, not again. This game has been amazing. I know a lot of people have been enjoying it. I've been enjoying it myself. Music is absolutely fantastic. Again, Yoko Shimura has outdone herself yet again. There's also added bonus content as well. Aside from the scrapbook and the monster list, there is some more stuff that you can do. In the post-game, you could actually rematch bosses, as we've seen in multiple directs and also preview videos, that you can go back and fight these bosses after you've beaten the game. And they're even stronger, so it adds some replay value too. And obviously all the key secrets are all still well kept, from cameos like Link and Samus, to all the Todovsky songs, to even the secret code that you could implement on the menu, and it even shows like Toad pops up and everything. It's really cool that they kept all of that. It's really for the fans of this game, and it's honestly really cool. All the even some of the enemies, like when it was really hard to tell their sprites, you can actually see their full like bodies now. Like some of the members of the Smithy gang, like Yordovich, for example. And they really updated a lot of the characters' designs to really, really look well in this new 3D look instead of the sprite-based look. I still adore the sprite-based look, though, and again, this is such an amazing way to be introduced to this game. And yeah, music is great, graphics are awesome, gameplay is just as amazing as I remember, if not better. I know some people were a little bit iffy about the whole AoE splash damage making the game a little bit easier, but this game was already pretty easy aside from like QLEX to begin with. It's also a little bit short, but this allows and appreciates the whole aspect of shorter games and replay value, because you could go through this game and maybe challenge yourself or even run through it faster. That's what I really like about the original Super Mario RPG, is that it was really fun for replaying, because you got to use different combinations of characters more often than not, or try out different weapons, or just even like limit yourself. It's really cool, and I really, really like it how this game kind of encourages that too. Because like timing does make everything better. So you could have like a weaker weapon, but like if you perfectly time this weapon, it'll continue being strong, consistent, which is also useful with the new combo system that they have, which increases your power and your gauge limit, so that you could perform triple moves more often than not. So yeah, there's just a whole lot of stuff in this game that has been updated, done well, and just kept true to heart, and has been such a love letter to fans, and I'm really, really excited for the future of the Mario RPG series as a whole. Like, all the games. This is making me hopeful, it's making a lot of fans hopeful, and yeah, Thousand Year Door is next. That is the next big game that everybody is looking at, because it's just crazy that these are the two biggest Mario RPGs that people always talk about, but nobody got the chance to play it aside from the people that usually talk about it. Including myself, for that matter. So yeah, overall, this game, if you guys haven't tried it yet, I would absolutely recommend it. Easy, one of my favorite games of all time. And an easy, I don't know, this might honestly be up for grabs on my Game of the Year contender. Because just between this, Tears of the Kingdom, Pikmin 4, Fire Emblem Engage, and Super Mario Brothers Wonder, like, Nintendo has a really stacked year this year. And, oh yeah, I still haven't yet to play the Xenoblade DLC, and I probably will do that. That is also probably going to be up there. But, yeah, one of the best games this year, 9.8 out of 10. Like, absolutely amazing. I would, again, highly recommend if you have never played the original, pick this up. It's an amazing RPG, and if you never liked RPGs to begin with, I think this might be a great way to be introduced to them. Just take it slow. It's very simple, and it's got some of the most memorable characters in video game history, and some new characters as well that you may not have been introduced to. And it's just so great to see these two back, honestly. It's just so cool. I never thought it would happen. A lot of people thought it would never happen, but it did. It's really great to see them back. So yeah, love my videos. If I like button, make sure to subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you all so much for watching my review of Super Mario RPG. Let me know how you felt about the game, and what would you have given it? What kind of score would you have given it, and what can you expect from any potential future installments of the game? And if there's any other stuff that you would like to have added, or if you expect DLC. I don't think there's going to be DLC. I think the game is perfect as is. But yeah. So we shall see you guys for the next review.